straight face. We pick up our paces and do the same routine. But there'll be darker days than this one. There'll be darker nights for sure. There'll be darker days when we look back and say we really didn't know at all. We didn't know at all. Darker Days. So this is one of my songs, key of D major, and the bass does a lot of holding on this D, just holding down the D. So this first chord, we got a D chord in the right hand here, but it does this little little back and forth thing. And then the next chord, keep it on D down in the left hand, but you go A, G sharp, A, G sharp, B, D, E, D. See it? So this chord actually is like, you could think of it either as a G sharp diminished, this minor third, right? Or you could think of it as an E major 7. Either way, it's the same to me either way. And then here we go, G major 7. I'm just doing G, B, F sharp there, and the D in the left hand still. And this little melody, F sharp, G, F sharp, E, D. And then it goes to a G minor with a major 7. Isn't that cool? So we got back to the D here. So once again from that G major 7. And then again. D, E, D. It bounces. You can get that rhythm going. Just the bass. This the whole time on the verse. Octaves on the D. And then the next part, we've got a first inversion G chord here. And I'm just doing D, G, D on the right hand, and the left hand has the third, the B. It's just a G chord though. And the right hand stays the same, D, G, D for these next few chords. The bass moves down a half step to a B flat, making it a first inversion G minor chord. But then the bass goes down chromatically again to the A. Here we shift to an F sharp instead of a G. D, F sharp, D. So we're to a second inversion D chord, right? D major. But we're on the fifth on the bass. There we go, D, F sharp, D. So this part. And then it goes to a first root position. And then once again, again. First inversion G, first inversion G minor, second inversion D, and then to a root position. And does that little lick at the top there. F sharp, G, F sharp, D, D, E, D, sorry. Right. So that part's. There'll be darker days than this one. And there'll be darker nights for sure. And then here's the part, I like this part. Because it's like stacked fifths. You got C, G, D. It's like a C9, kind of. I call it a C9, but there's no third. There'll be darker days. And then it goes, the bass goes to from a C to a B. The right hand just stays the same on this G, D. There'll be darker days when we'll look back and say. So that again. C9 without a third. This is the first inversion G major chord again. And there's a little motion in the bass here. G, A, and up to a B flat. Right hand stays the same, so this is just a G minor chord, first inversion with a B flat in the bass. Again, some motion in the bass. B flat, A, G, B flat, and then settling on A down there. But we're playing a D major chord up here. F sharp, A, D. So, second inversion D major chord, we used that before, here it is again. So those 4 chords. There'll be darker days when we'll look back and say. And then here, to a G minor again. Root position. So, sorry about that. G minor. This is a D minor first inversion. There's your D minor, but the bass is on the third, the F, and then you have the in the right hand you got F, A, D, and then here it goes to a E7. No fifth. We skipped the fifth. I don't need it. Just E, G sharp, D, the 7 up here on the D. And then everything moves down a half step except for this D, making it an E flat major 7 there. Right, so that again, starting from the G minor. So G minor, D minor, first inversion, E7, E major 7, E flat major 7, and then here, I love this part. So this is like a suspended D major. Well, it's just a, we've done a lot of this. Remember the Billy Joel? Last week we did Billy Joel, right? He had that. These 2 notes, a D, but we have an E and a G in the right hand, which is a 2 and a 4 sus. So then it goes up by half steps. So because there's your D major, right? But it's suspended, makes its way up there. So the D up there, and then suspended, B, D, and then settles, resolves to a D with an A, D, F sharp. So this part goes, and the bass is just bouncing on the octave D. The syncopation between the right and the left hand there. Right? Yep, it's a fun one. You can almost do like a stride kind of feel with the syncopation and the bass bouncing up and down like that. There you go, Darker Days. So I wrote this song on guitar originally. Then I figured out that it works really well on piano too afterward. I tuned down my low E string to a D, so it's a drop D tuning here. It works really well on piano or guitar, either way. Here's how it goes. I'll post some tab online in the links later, in the video description later. Go to sleep empty and wake without a dream. Straight faced, we pick up our paces and do the same routine. But there'll be darker days than this one. There'll be darker nights for sure. There'll be darker days.